Gates open, often racing. Magnalee, Miss Flirtatious, the first of them to get out of the machine. Away quickly also King's Honour flying through. Hang Glider, CRIPPALENKO charging up in behind those. Capray Omnia is next. Dracana back behind them. Dropping back Halatorian. Tycoon Harry didn't get near the speed, dropped out. And last of all is Malkar Pindari. They go past the 600 and King's Honour had sped to the lead. It's King's Honour settling a length and a half. Miss Flirtatious holding Hang Glider tight down on its inside. Fourth is CRIPPALENKO. Magnalee 3 deep back on the inside. The former Kiwi mare Dracana. Capray Omnia. Halatoria next of all. Tycoon Harry. Malkar Pindari last of all. King's Honour about to be joined on the outside now by Miss Flirtatious. CRIPPALENKO a run on the inside coming for Hang Glider. Miss Flirtatious gets the head in front from CRIPPALENKO coming again. CRIPPALENKO now takes Miss Flirtatious. Hits the front, draws clear and goes home to win it. Malkar Pindari came from last. She was charging home, but CRIPPALENKO's won it from Malkar Pindari. Not sure about third. King's Honour, Hang Glider are there. Miss Flirtatious and finishing on well. Capray on the outside at the head of the others. Capray Omnia. They were followed then by Halatorian, then Dracana. Further back Magnalee after a torrid run, and last home Tycoon Harry. CRIPPALENKO, winner of the Ron Sayers Memorial in the Goldfields, has won again. Ridden by Pat Carberry. CRIPPALENKO for trainer Greg Buglehull, back to back, getting the better of Miss Flirtatious, who had to work. CRIPPALENKO had the drop. Malkar Pindari pulling out a big fresh run from back in the field and monstered the line late. 11, Miss Flirtatious clings to third in front of number 10, Hang Glider. 4, 3, 11 and 10 are the numbers after the running of the C Corp handicap interim placings. The winner of Machino Gelding, who has won 4 of its last 5 runs and has lost one there, disqualified from a winning performance over Boots Like Bruce. So he just continues to get better and better, it would seem, CRIPPALENKO. For Greg Buglehull out of Brooks Me Baby for Greg and Miss Kay Brookman. Pat Carberry aboard. CRIPPALENKO getting the blows out to $14 in the betting. A monster run by Malkar Pindari. Luke Campbell for the Simon Miller stable, the Gingerbread Man mare. She can go very well fresh. She's pulled out a beauty first up. They've run 58 flat, home in 34.14 and a half a length of short neck with the margins. Third going the way of number 11, the fave, Miss Flirtatious by Safeguard from Lady Natasha. Chris Parnham for Luke Fernie. That was the tail of race 5. CRIPPALENKO just continuing to evolve as being a very adept short course sprinter. Next event, race 6, the PKF Perth Handicap. This is over 1200. Number 10's out. That is Ladette. And we take you down to Lockie Taylor here after this victory. And Greg Buglehull, he doesn't train too many, but boy, hasn't he got a nice strike rate, Lockie?
Oh, absolutely, Darren. And CRIPPALENKO makes it back-to-back wins and salutes here at Ascot. $100,000 feature race last start up on the Goldfields, and he makes it back-to-back wins. Greg, congratulations. He's just an underrated horse.
He's very underrated, mate, and I've kept saying, what's he now, 4 out of 5 or something? He's just, he's next level, and it's just exciting. It's going to be exciting to see where he can go, because I think it's going to be up the ladder a bit.
Once again, courtesy of a lovely ride and a lovely gate as well. He just had that beautiful run in behind the speed, and once he gets that run, he always travels like a winner.
Yeah, he did take a little bit of a back step and sort of missed it, but that come to his liking, because just sitting behind the speed, we knew there was a fair bit there, and said to Paddy, if we can just drop behind the speed there, let him do the rest. And yeah, he's a pretty good horse, mate.
We know he's a pretty good horse. What's his ceiling? What's next for CRIPPALENKO?
Well, I did nominate him for the Crawford today, but the barriers sort of went against us a bit, and I elected to go with the carry the bit of weight, because he's a nice big horse, and he didn't have to carry it far, so I went that way. But well, I think the Crawford, I think he would have played a big part in the finish of that.
With that in mind, does he now head towards some of the bigger races? Could he go to a race like a Prince of Wales or a Colonel Reeves en route to A big race, the Winterbottom.
Yeah, well, I've nominated him for the Winterbottom, so that tells you, what I think of him. But not getting ahead of ourselves. I think the Prince of Wales will probably be his next assignment. Yeah.
Looking forward to seeing him back at the races once again in a few weeks' time. Congratulations here.
Thanks, Lockie.
There's Greg Buglehole. Great result to see CRIPPALENKO make it back-to-back wins, taking out the 5th here at Ascot. And, gee, Pat Carberry, he's got on this horse at the right time, Scott.
Certainly has, but this horse is doing everything the right way at the moment. He was able to sit in behind that hot tempo. He was able to peel off their heels, and from the top of the home straight, he was the only horse you wanted to be on until you saw the flooding late run of Malkar Pindari. That was a super return from her. 4 beats 3, 11 back in third, Miss Flirtatious. Once she was crossed there, she found the breeze, and from there at the top of the home straight, she just couldn't go with CRIPPALENKO. And 10, Hang Glider back in fourth. 4, 3, 11 and 10, but plenty more in store for CRIPPALENKO. He puts himself in the right spot. He's got a turn of acceleration. Paddy Carberry rode him beautifully today, as he did up on the Goldfields, and we'll get a word from Patrick, who, unlike on the Goldfields, managed to hold on to his whip today, Paddy. This horse, I had to bring it up. We had to bring up the fact that he had to survive a protest too last start. Today, not a problem.
No, he obviously was aided by a good barrier, and there was plenty of speed in the race. He was in the barriers for quite some time. He stepped sort of slightly steady, but ended up in the spot where I was hoping to be. He's still got a bit to learn. He sort of chopped and changed stride around the corner and lost his way a little, but he dug deep when he needed to. But he's definitely a progressive horse, and Greg's got a bit of an opinion of him, and very nice moving horse. And once you get over his neck and do a prelim, he gets a bit of that nervous energy out, and he's going to be a really nice horse.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you, cheers.
There's Pat Carberry combining with Greg Buglehole and CRIPPALENKO to take out the Secor handicap, as our focus now heads to the 4th at Leinster. The Tap Touch handicap over 1,400 metres. Scott, how do you order the 4?
4, 6, 7 and 8 for me, Lockie. I'm going to go with Stay Wealthy here. The 7-year-old who won 7 days ago at Leonora, beating Rightful Air by 2 lengths. Steps to 1,400 metres. Has only won the once over the 1,350, but he did race over as far as 1,500 and 1,600 at Albany when last in work, and he was really tough in those races. And as I said earlier, I would prefer to be drawn a little bit off the fence if possible at Leinster over these distance races over the 1,400 and then ultimately out to the mile. But I'm thinking here that Chanel Cooper can keep him out of trouble, sustain a run from the 600, and Stay Wealthy can get over the top of them. Number 4, from 6 Time to Thunder. Forget that he was beaten at Landor or Mount Magnet. His form at Leinster over the last couple of years has been sensational. 7 Super Salsa and 8 Autumn Crisp. 4, 6 at Value, 7 and 8.
4 Stay Wealthy on top for Scott ahead of the 4th at Leinster. The Tap Touch handicap. Here's Royce Newton for the call.